Welcome back to the John 2 Zone episode, 18?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm on the money now. Welcome back. I'm back after last week's amazing episode. Great job, team. Wanted to try something different because I just needed to. I don't know. I felt like I was in a funk. I think it's the weather. The weather really it destroyed me for the worst.
Yeah, what I was saying last night, I don't think I've been outside and it hasn't been some level of precipitating or misty for like weeks.
Oh my god, dude! I fell for the first time in ice. I think I said it last week.
Yeah, you mentioned last week.
That was the first time ever slipping and falling on my ass on ice.
And one guy saw you.
Yeah, you know what made it worse? I didn't have to go into work last week.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Didn't have to at all. And I went through so much trouble. There was so much ice on the ground. I was worried that the ice was covering the whole train platform, that if I didn't make it across by the next train I slipped, I could easily slip and fall into the next train coming in. I was genuinely contemplating my life. I was just like waddling.
That actually kind of happened earlier this week to someone.
You died?
What?
Oh, someone.
Someone. Yeah, no.
Oh. Well, I didn't, so you know what? They should have just got good.
All right.
Yeah. Why'd you bring that up? That was sad.
I'm sorry. That's the problem now.
Come on, man.
I realize. I come home from work. I'm like, all I have.
Get your mind right.
Sad.
This is a silly podcast. We're silly here. Get silly.
Some people's jobs are just soul crushing.
Nope.
All right,
news. Put it down. Put it down. I want you to stick your tongue out and do this to the camera. This is a silly exercise. Do it. Put the mic down and be silly. Be silly. You cannot be on this podcast. You're gonna have to sacrifice your podcast mic for the rest of the episode if you don't be silly right now.
Yes, please.
Luke, you can just hold it. You don't have to say anything the whole episode. Until you learn to be silly, bring it back to me. Until you learn to be silly, this is where you'll be at. You're in timeout. You're in silly timeout. We're gonna put a little. We're gonna put.
Best for me.
Why are you still talking?
I don't have a mic.
Shh. You're not silly enough. Guys, off camera, I'm going to get Jose. We're going to put a little cap with a little twirly thing on it. We're going to give him a gigantic lollipop. And until he learns to be silly, he will not be speaking for the rest of this episode. All right? Can you be silly? Are you going to eat your gigantic lollipop? Are you going to do it off camera?
Oh, look at this lollipop.
All right, let's just...
That's not nearly whimsical enough. Get more whimsical, Harrison. You can do it.
Yeah, come on.
I believe in you. Just a little bit of whimsy.
You didn't do it on camera. That's...
Come on. Whimsy now. There we go. Fine.
I feel like I'm just like the worst student director ever.
You
silly.
Are. Yeah.
What does this scene require for you to be silly?
Be a goofy man.
Be silly. What do you mean by that?
Did Winston throw up there?
What's my purpose? I don't give a shit. All right, eat the throw up. All right, that's a silly move.
If you're really silly, go and jump off that cliff.
No, he didn't throw up.
I feel like that crosses the line from being silly into being cuckoo.
That is. There is a fine line between silly and cuckoo.
Oh, he's gone.
I feel like who does silly and cuckoo very well? I don't know.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Cuckoo is the... What are you doing?
When I hold the mic next to the computer, it starts getting all distorted.
Okay. Is this conversation not interesting enough?
No, it just sounded really cool.
God damn it. Yeah, no, this podcast fucking sucks. You know the podcast is ass whenever your audio, man, is just like, this, I'm the only one that can hear this, and it sounds, weird.
I'll hear it in the final cut. It'll sound amazing.
No one else will hear it. Will they?
If I keep it in.
God damn it, you bastard. What are you doing? What are you on?
Life.
Not silly juice. That's
not silly enough. Clearly.
It's not silly or cuckoo, but it's some kind of distorted reality you're in. I don't know what it is.
I'm also running on How much sleep?
Brother, you're telling me. Yes. Dude, I did not sleep last night. I woke up, my entire right arm. I slept. I could not feel my arm. It was the scariest thing of my life. I slept on it, and I woke up, and I was like, I can't feel my arm. And I just started shaking it just violently. I started doing this. I was like, come on, God damn it.
And what I always do when that happens is I just like put my fingers in my mouth and wait until I can like feel the saliva. Well, like just to know if the sensation's back or not. Because otherwise, like I can't know if it's safe to move it or not because I'm like still half conscious and I don't want to like break my arm by moving it in a weird way.
Oh my God.
I feel like there's much less.
I feel like you could do other things.
Yeah. I feel like there's other ways rather than just sticking your fingers
I
in
can't
your
feel my toes.
dogs in the mouth.
Do with my toes.
That's such
In the
a
middle of the night, you see Luke just like, what are you doing?
like your logic is flawless, but the execution is terrible. It's I don't.
That's the thing with Luke. His logic is always flawless. It's just
It's like I feel like the first thing to come back is temperature sensation.
Really?
No, you're.
So you can tell where your like hand is.
see. I just pinch myself, and if I can like feel the pain, then I'm knowing
No,
back.
I just shook my arm. I didn't know what to do. I was very.
That's what
I
that
was
noise
tired
was last
and
night.
scared, and I was like, "Come back to me, you bastard!
Just
Don't give up on me.
slapping against
We've
the
had-
wall.
We've had too much fun together." I'm like, "No,
Lots of fun.
no, that's the wrong arm." But yeah, no, you. I don't want to. Imagine Luke's door is open, and you like walk through, and he's just like, whole hand. Like, hey,
Come back.
well,
Come back.
just no, you just walk by. He's just
Oh.
oh,
Oh.
numb.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, so that was very scary.
It's like when you were looking at Winston one time. You're like, I wonder if I could fit Winston's whole head in my mouth.
I mean, obviously, yeah, you could murder him. He's a cat.
But also, too, it was just out of nowhere when Luke was like, you were just staring at him for a minute, and you're like, could I fit his head in my mouth?
I mean, that's usually what you think about when you stare at an animal for too long. You're like, I could probably kill it. That's usually where it goes because it's usually, you know how like those people are like, oh, you're so cute, I just want to eat you up. That's like the same thing with animals. You see an animal and you're like, I want to murder you.
I want to break your spine.
I want to inhale you and only allow you for my consumption and no one else's. It's like, all right, man.
I don't think about that when I look at otters.
Subconsciously you do. And I know you're avoiding that thought within your head. I know you are.
Think about it, Harrison. An otter and a hot dog bun with some relish on it.
Ooh.
No. Don't you say that.
I could go for a hot dog right now. That sounds good.
You do
Just
like wieners.
Just some good mustard. I think that's what I want right now. Just a plain hot dog with mustard. Can we make that, chat? Can we make this possible?
Think about at Jewel when they've got on the hot bar, they got the hot dogs. It's like
Oh, yeah.
really hit or miss if they're there or not. But when they are, it's really epic.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
They're hit or miss if they're there or not.
Well,
You
like,
could just say they're there or not.
okay.
Hit or miss is like it's good or it's bad.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know that, right?
I know. Again,
I need you to know this.
I'm running on about 3 hours of sleep since midnight last night.
All I'm hearing is excuses. You're talking with the guy that almost lost his arm this morning.
Cry
Alright.
me a river.
I had to battle. All right. And I had to go into the office, dude. And I had to sit there. And I had to be in a cube. I had to poop and pee. That's about it.
How productive.
I had to go to the office and pee. God damn it.
We've all been there.
My life. Yeah, so my heart was just racing just like in the morning. And like, I was thinking just how terrible of a way that would be to lose your arm going to work next week. Like, John, what happened? I slept on it. I would have to come up with something. I would have to go to the woods and just like lie about a bear attack. Something of that nature.
You go to the woods with a knife.
Yeah, something. Just like anything, because sleeping on something and then having it gone forever is just like the most pussy way you could lose a limb. Is that the worst way you could lose a limb? I think so, because like any other ways, like maybe you lose it on like a roller coaster. That's a fun way. That's a whimsical way. It's not like a loser way.
When you're too tall for it and then your head gets knocked off on like one of those areas, it's like a short
No.
height limit.
You're being too whimsical. We gotta get it down a notch. Right?
Okay, I'm
how
sorry
are
I
some
wasn't
ways-
whimsical enough earlier.
You gotta. It's
Beggars can't be choosers,
balance.
John.
I'm not begging for you. All right, but yeah, there was. What are some ways that people lose limbs?
Amputation due to hypothermia is pretty.
Hypothermia, but that's a cool way because you're like I was stuck in the.
Unless
the
it was
snow.
preventable.
way, John. It's a cold way.
It is a cold way, but like there's some merit to it where it's like, all right, I was in the thick of it, and then like if you lose it due to like diabetes, like damn dude, I've been battling something. Sleeping on it's like, yeah, no, I was just a little too. I stayed up a little too long. I'm sorry, I lost it that way. I don't think there's any other worse way to lose a limb. Even like by accident, like.
I broke my leg. We've got to sever it.
I lost my leg by accident. Like how? I don't know,
I
man.
lost my leg in the divorce.
Yeah,
Oof.
she had custody of it.
I mean, even if you lose a leg and arm in divorce, you did it out of love. So there's no loss there, really. I'm very scared for Winston right now. I think he's gonna knock down the TV.
He sits there a lot. He's looking for the plant that makes him throw up.
It sounds like an M. Night Shyamalan. From the creators of The Beach That Makes You Old. The plant that makes you throw up. Nothing beats it.
Winston loves
Nothing.
that plant that makes him throw up. He's like, I need it.
Yeah. Also, my arm, whenever I woke up, I was like, all right, fine. And I went back to bed. I woke up and my nose feel like someone punched me in the face. I think someone wants to punch me in the face.
Winston did.
I think he did, because this motherfucker hates me. Unless he
He
comes
hates
up.
all of us except Jose.
Do you want to join the podcast? He likes me. What the fuck are you on? Look, he's about to join. He's about to link up with me. Watch. Come on, link up and build. He came up this morning.
Connect
He
with you on
posted up with
LinkedIn.
me.
He was posted up with
He
me
watches
for a
TV
while
with
today.
me whenever I sit down here. He always posts up.
You could see his standards were really low today because he was posted up with me for a bit.
Exactly. Yeah, it's because I wasn't here. I was too busy woiking. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right? Yeah, that's what you want. You little slut. That's what
Here,
you
Luke,
want.
let's get some Winston footage.
This is what he wants. This is what he needs. He needs a real man in his life. Not these cowards. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right? But yeah, no, I think Winston punched me in the nose this morning because it just hurts. And I like looked in the mirror and I was like, it looks fine. So either something sinusy. I think that's something I looked up. I hate looking up like little symptoms on WebMD because it's always the worst. They never say like it could have been a mild cold. They're like, no, you're gonna have to chop off your nose. You're gonna lose all sense of smell in like a week. That's like the best
You get to
outcome.
look like Voldemort.
Yeah, no, they're like, sorry, your nose is just, it's gonna explode. It's gonna explode on your face, and you're gonna take out all your loved ones with you, and you're just gonna end up looking like a bitch, straight up.
End up looking
Yeah.
like Winston.
Exactly. All right. What's some other things? Stanley cups are poisonous now. There's a bunch of lead in them.
Yes, the first I heard about those was like 2 weeks ago, and apparently they're the new big thing, and now they're killing people or whatever.
It literally took,
who the fuck cares? It's a cup. Like, this is what we're getting down to now?
No,
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people are.
at work, we literally had to air a story about it because there were so many people that just like, this is a craze. I'm like, who gives a shit? It's a tumbler.
Dude, white moms are going to battle for it in Target.
Well, there was like people that would like buy them in bulk and stock up. and
Yeah.
then sell them aftermarket. You got a whole black market for them.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy how like fast they rose and fell, because as soon as like people are like, oh, this is a new thing, it's now like, oh, they are more lead, please. Yum. Thanks.
Scrumptious.
Yeah, everything is just terrible now. I just don't. Is this where we're getting to? As
It's just the McDonald's Shrek cups again.
yeah, no, yeah, I don't get how people love this capitalism stuff. I love like choice. I'm like, no, just give me a cup. Just give me a bottle. Just one thing that's good.
The type of
Please.
cup you use determines your stature in society.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Use a plastic
Luke is a working man.
water bottle.
Water bottle. He's a working man's water bottle. I have my protein thing, so I don't know what that signifies to me. It's a pretty shitty workout cup. I lost my actual Yeti, so that. Granted, I also got that from work, so that means very little because it was free. I think that means I'm a working man to some degree.
You lost it because you didn't want to participate in their capitalist schemes.
No, I lost it because I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know how to handle myself on airplanes. Apparently, I don't know.
You lost on an airplane?
I think so. I don't know where it's at, man.
It's in Egypt now.
No. It's somewhere in the U.S. It's somewhere. I could probably find it if I wanted to. I just like. If you lose something, it's lost forever. Why go find it? Why fight for it?
I feel like if you're desperate, you could go into work and be like, hey, can I get a new one? If they're giving away for free, I feel like they shouldn't have a problem handing one out.
Well, no, it was for onboarding. It was the first week. So if I go up there, I'm like, hey, I lost it. They're like, wow, you cared that little about this job? That's a precedent. That's a bad precedent, and I don't want to start that.
Quit your job,
So-
get hired again, get onboarded again, and you get a new one.
In this economy, fuck no. Hell no. Everything is bad. I love getting the TikToks of computer science majors being like, I picked the wrong major. And it's like computer science majors now, and it's just like them driving Uber. And I feel so vindicated by not getting into computer science.
Yeah, I've got so many friends back home that did computer science stuff, and I was considering going into it before I like chose VFX, and I'm so glad that I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would have gotten a job. You're smart enough. And
Well,
like,
yeah, but still, just like in this economy, it would have taken like a lot more to get anywhere.
Oh, hell, yeah, no, it's terrible.
And at least like right now, I'm actually doing something like in the industry instead of just waiting around for a position to open up.
Yeah, and you actually care about what you're doing. So it's a lot better.
Also, too, with like IT, the amount of jobs that are just like, oh, let's go to AI now.
Yeah, but it's all someone's got to make the AI. And I mean, they went through. I don't want to talk about fucking the job market. This is
It's dominated our lives the past year.
fellas, you guys want to talk about how they hired way too many CS guys like 5 years ago, and now the market's oversaturated? Fucking, let's talk about it. Fuck. No, but yeah, the economy's terrible. I gotta get a full-time job with where I'm at right now. So I don't, because I don't know. It's a terrible place to be in. I'm like 90% sure we're heading for a catastrophe. Like, no matter what happens in this election cycle, something bad is going to happen.
I was saying like a year from now, it's going to be a very different, what's the word?
No, this is going to be a very weird year. Election years are always weird. I keep on getting TikToks for it for like 2016, 2019, and everyone's like, dude, those years take me back, man. And like,
Let's go back to 2019.
yeah, 2019 was a little but I got at least 2016 through 2018.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
All right.
And it's weird because I think about those years, those were high school, and like I didn't have a bad high school. I think I remember them pretty fondly, like positively.
That's when you peaked.
No, I picked the year after that. But I still look at it like I didn't have a bad high school. I had fun. I had my times. But a lot of people are like, those were the darkest years. And I'm like, they're like, how dare you? They're like, Trump was elected. How fucking dare you? And I was like, dude, I was a child. I couldn't vote.
Yeah.
That's not on me,
It's
fam.
out of your control.
I wasn't paying taxes. Like, it's fine. Like, it's like, that's on you, big bro. Like, you failed to go to the Midwest, all right? That's not on me. I was having fun listening to Khalid in high school, playing college football, all right? Like, I was having the time of my life, all right? I didn't have to worry about all this.
Before you had accountability.
Yeah, before I was like, damn, I got to actually start thinking about myself in the world and the role I fit in it. But yeah, no. I think it's just a generational gap maybe for 2016 through like 2019, because I think people that remember it fondly were probably in high school and were like, oh yeah, those were days I didn't have to worry about a job and the market and COVID and everything that's happened in these past couple of years, which has just made it just.
That makes me think about. Do you ever have like years you think about like for no specific reason, like, oh, for at least yourself, you're like, oh, that was a good year. Like I remember that fondly.
I can't pinpoint a year and be like, that was my year.
That's true.
I can't.
Because I have several, like for me, 2012, 14, 16, 22, 18, all even years.
Yeah, I think
11?
my top ones were 2017, 2014, 2012.
I can't rank any years. I don't think I haven't had a standout year. I don't think I've accomplished things. Don't get me wrong. I'm proud. I've accomplished things I'm proud of.
It's
like,
no champagne year.
I can't think of a year where I'm like, this is where John 2 became John 2. This is where, he really came to be. Like
the year you start watching The Sopranos.
Not even that year. I don't know. Maybe I'm too hard on myself sometimes because I'll even watching I'm like, I hate myself for being too young for watching it, but also damn, now I get to experience more.
It opened your eyes.
Yeah, it opened my eyes, and now my eyes are even more open to everything. I love the constant. I think that's also what I love, and I love learning that I don't know a lot, and that constant I have so much more to gain as a human. That constant need is always yeah, this is fire. I want to keep doing this. So I never acknowledge my progression because I keep on wanting to feel that. Or damn, I keep on getting better.
So I look at a year ago right now, how I was. I'm like, damn, that's an entirely different person now. Just in the span of a year. I view things a lot differently.
I think that I'm always what ways did I get better and what ways did I get worse? Because I am a different person than I was last year.
I've gotten more cynical.
I don't think I've gotten more cynical, but it's out of a good rooted place of not good rooted. Let me take that.
Cynicism is well founded.
It's well founded, and I feel like there's a lot more hope that comes out of it. Mostly in a sense of I know where the evil in man lies.
Or an increased appreciation for love.
No.
Okay.
No, not that yet. Not at all, no.
Yeah, you gotta have that to appreciate it.
Well, not
yeah.
Love in the sense of not just strictly romantic love, but just,
Again, yeah, you gotta have that to appreciate it.
You're not listening. You see, you're hearing, but you're not listening. You're not listening, brother. And that's where you're wrong. But yeah, no, there's always a constant clash about the year 2016. But I think it was just because it was election years are always just popular, just culturally speaking. Everything happens those years. I think the last time I felt hope politically was it 2020.
Bernie rally?
No, it was it was Bernie. It was Bernie winning not Las Vegas, Nevada. Whenever he won.
The state of Las Vegas.
That's most of what Nevada is voter-wise.
The population density there for the whole state is pretty much Nevada.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, no, whenever he won, I was like, oh my God, we're so back. Healthcare for all. This is about to be a movie, and then everything downhill. I've had no faith in the American government since then. I still have no. I don't recognize. The John 2 Zone doesn't recognize the U.S. government as an entity.
It is
At least I
It
do.
is simply a bitch.
No, I just don't recognize it. I'm sorry, guys. Can we become sovereign citizens? I feel like that'd be a fun bit.
We're the official John 2 zone.
Do you think Alex would let us? You think he would let us be?
He's chill enough. He'd probably be like, all right, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
As long as you're paying rent.
Actually, no. I just want to make the downstairs, just my room. I want it to be a sovereign.
The John 2 zone.
Yes.
This
Once
is your
we get
zone.
that room cleared out, and
Div's room.
yeah, Div's room cleared out, and we make it the podcast studio.
God damn it.
We're gonna. I'm gonna, dude. We should totally. We have the green screen.
Yeah, get a green screen, get a throne for you.
Oh hell yeah.
A fucking
That's
throne.
gonna be so sick. This section is for the ladies. Hey, guess who's good with cats? This guy. All right, isn't that right, Winston? See what I mean? We're buddies here. All right, this is just a light flex, You know how it is. I'm gonna post this on Hinge now.
He's going to show his ass on camera.
Yeah, I know he is. It's gonna be awesome. You want to riff a little bit, buddy? Hey, Winston, want to riff? No, he's camera shy. Never mind. I told you, me and him, we logged down. We're brodies now. We've been on the road and back. See. All right. Yeah, 2016, 2017. It was a good year for music, though. I'll say that.
Yeah,
A lot of good rap I like came from those years. Kenny Beats.
As shitty as a lot of popular music was throughout like the 2000 and 2010s, there was a lot of good shit.
Well, like actually good. A lot of good things. I feel like the viewer at home has to know that like anything that's not King Gizzard, Harrison.
I didn't know
shit.
King Gizzard back in like 2016.
Yeah, but after the fact, you still knew.
But
You
still,
still-
back then, there was a bunch of good stuff coming out that I knew of.
Harrison's the type of dude to hear girls listen to Drake and be like, "Why are they listening to him?" I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm just really happy that I have Winston hanging out with me on camera. This is awesome. This is
Your Hinge matches are about to skyrocket.
This is such a huge win for the John 2 Zone and me.
Oh, bro, he even loafed.
I know. We post up. Women, they say that that men that are good with cats are good with women because they don't force. Guys that like dogs love it because they can like force their love onto the dog, and the dog will accept it no matter what. The cat, you got to earn it, and the cat will only like you if they like. You have to like slowly gain their appreciation, and because they're so like edgy, and they're always like, "Get away from me, you freak," and like they only give you love if they feel like giving you. So, and that's why I should not be lonely for the rest of the year. Please help me. I am so lonely, and I'm afraid for my future. Everything. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff.
I really want to use that line on like as my first line on Hinge, but like I can't. It's very funny. I need to use it on someone explicitly that likes Community and use that exact line. And then I feel like it could work. I feel like it could work deep down. But they have to know it's a reference. If they know, then it's like, okay, this could go somewhere. How did we get to this point? Oh yeah, Stanley Cups are poisonous.
I was gonna say we went on a real rabbit hole from that one.
Well, I knew.
We also have 30 seconds.
Yeah, somehow.
I knew where I wanted to go. All right, I call me Isaiah Thomas on the point. We'll be right back after this next this brief break. And first thing, we're back, baby. Winston's still posted up here in the cut. Look at him. Look at him. He doesn't. He just wants to post up. He doesn't want to riff. What a fucking coward is what I'll say. All right, which white girl do you want to talk about? Sydney Sweeney or Taylor Swift? Which one? Which one are you guys feeling? We're gonna end up talking about both of them. Which one you want?
I'm
to
gonna
start
have
off?
Luke answer this one.
Siri, flip a coin.
All right, we'll just talk about Taylor Swift then, because everyone else is, so we have to. John
has a big crush.
Yeah. Duh. You're gay if you don't think that Taylor Swift is some kind of attractive. I'll say that. I'll say that proudly, actually. But no, we're getting. It's gotten to the point. Whenever I view sports, there's like some signs that God or whatever being that watches over sports as a whole is like something's gonna go down. And everyone and their mom wanted Lamar Jackson. They went like so hard where they're like, Lamar, save us, please. Lamar, you're going to save us from this she-devil that is Taylor Swift. And it's like, guys, she's just watching a football game, man. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, she's just kind of like posting the cut. Like, what if she wants to put down a parlay or two, right? What if, you know what? Taylor Swift needs to get into sports betting. If Taylor Swift, oh my God, so many young women would be destroyed if Taylor Swift got into like, I don't know, like underdog fantasy. Oh my God, and she gives a pick. She's like David Montgomery anytime touchdown, Zay Flowers anytime touchdown, and Travis Kelce. Let's get him on the over. Oh my God, that would be insane. Sports betting around the world. I think sports fans would all accept her if she just got into sports betting and had the most insane picks.
Women in STEM, fuck that. Give me women in sports betting.
Amen. That's what we need. Taylor Swift, what is your Super Bowl parlay? What is it? And oh my God, it would reinvigorate the economy. Truly.
If you had a chance to speak with Taylor Swift, that'd be your spiel. You'd be like, get into sports betting.
If I saw Taylor Swift, I'm like, trust me, put like 4 units on Isaiah Pacheco anytime touchdown, Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and we could say CMC anytime touchdown. That parlay right there, Taylor, you put that together and post it on social media. Oh my God, that would go nuts.
Money.
That would be insane. I wanted to go somewhere else entirely with this.
Her already massive fortune just skyrockets.
Oh my God. Taylor Swift and sports betting would be so awesome. It genuinely would change the tides of how public perception of her is.
The amount of women that would suddenly get into it.
Yeah. She needs to lose at least $500,000 sports betting, and the nation, she might be the first queen of the United States if she gets into sports betting. I mean, the U.S. infrastructure already is crumbling, and like Biden and Trump, no one's going to back them.
No one
anymore.
likes them.
Most sane people are like, we don't want the oligarchs anymore. We want
Geriatric buffoons.
We want our sports betting queen who has a himbo as their boyfriend. We want her to lead us and for her to give us her parlays. Like, please, for the love of God.
Queen Taylor, please.
Queen Taylor, please. Parlay for the mortgage on my house, please.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, global warming still wouldn't have anything done.
Yeah. No, she's the only one allowed to global warm.
I disagree.
Everyone else has to do negative stuff, but she's still allowed her private jets. If she is the queen of the U.S., I'll give her private jets.
Yeah, I suppose the current monarchs of the U.S. already do that. So if we get rid, so I'll allow it if we get rid of everybody else that's using a private jet.
Yeah,
we've just got the one going around. I feel like that's better.
Because if we have, I think private.
If we reserve it for the most, like,
hot take, I don't think one private jet would. I think it's mostly all of the old people who are.
I disagree. One private jet is like 5,000 people's entirely yearly carbon output.
I was gonna say same,
But it's already high.
also
so what if we
too,
just
the-
knock down everyone else's.
the frequency of it.
Okay. Just imagine how sick it would be. All right. You guys aren't thinking about the benefits of having that lady just run around the U.S. just like
The new Air
Keep
Force
her
One is
going.
just Taylor's private jet.
yes. That's. All right. Here's my olive branch to you guys. She is allowed to use the private jet until she's able to establish a train system across the U.S. And once we establish that the high-speed trail, the railway system, then she needs to stop because there's a faster way now that is more eco-friendly. Will you guys accept this?
I mean, like anything to
libs.
get high-speed rail in the U.S. Like
say that's a
that would be a good deal, even if like 20 people got to still use their private jets.
yeah.
Okay,
Just getting it in general, it doesn't have to be a trade-off. Honestly.
okay, if you guys will accept this, then I also get private jet.
The reduction of emissions from commercial air travel would.
Yeah.
This is also permitting people actually on board with it and use it.
Have you guys ever used a private jet?
Yes.
No.
Hypocrite.
It's not mine, but I got a trip on one.
I have too. It's sick. It's really sick.
Yet again, I'm the only
It's-
pure one.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Luke is the.
I mean, but no, I mean, once you try it, it's like, damn. This I've only flown on one way, but like, dude, it's so sick.
I mean, modern commercial air travel though is so miserable.
yeah, it is.
It's such a bad experience.
Everything is that's trying to be squeezed for a profit. It's not. The food is bad. Everything is terrible.
You're on it with a bunch
Art
of
is
people.
bad. Art is bad. Food is bad. Everything is bad. But like those little, I don't know.
Yeah, the little things like private jets.
Those
Yeah.
little tiny things, you know.
I think before we get rid of them, all right, we need trains first off. But I think before we get the trains, I feel like everyone should be allowed one private jet run. Just once. They
One
need to
private
try
jet
it out.
ride in their life.
Yes, they do. But it's okay. I didn't want to talk at all. It's fine.
That's her.
I didn't expect you guys to acknowledge me. I was just
I didn't either, but they did. I'm sorry. It's not that I hate you in any capacity.
You have to. You're honing into your craft right now.
Honing into my craft, talking out my ass for an hour. Yeah, this is definitely a craft. But yeah, no, everyone should be allowed to ride a PJ. Speaking of art being bad, oh my god, it's getting terrible. I got it. There's a TikTok going around, or like a Twitter video, some girl being like, if you rate a book under 3 stars and like whatever, you're an asshole. You're a terrible person.
So we're not allowed to.
And
have an
then-
opinion.
And then no, she was like, you have to go through publishing, you have to write the book. It takes so much time. And it's like, yeah, if you're gonna make a book, or if you're gonna make a bad book, then don't fucking write it.
Well, it's like the people that be like, the people in the Marvel movies worked really hard. You shouldn't be criticizing them like this.
That's what art is made for, to be criticized,
Exactly.
to be discussed. People view it too much as a commodity that needs to be like paid for.
And also, there's like, the Marvel movie, like the people that worked
Oh
on
my
it just
God.
wanted a paycheck.
Yeah, it's just Jesus Christ. It's like, is that how we're gonna view everything now? Money? Is that? Well, this movie was pretty good, but it didn't make that much money.
That must
I'm gonna
mean it's a
start-
failure.
Yeah, I'm gonna start selling my body so people will take it serious. I'm like, look how much money I've made.
Off your body.
Yeah, like $37. Because my mom paid me to move some boxes. Like, guys, I'm so valuable as a person. It's like, come on,
John,
get
your body
real.
is so.
Get real. It's like, I don't know. Everything is made to be.
It's like when you go online
I
and
was-
type in like the people for sale calculator and you see how much John's is worth.
I'm worth way too much. But yeah, notice how Winston stayed here whenever his mother came by. Just to show you who his allegiances lie with. I wanted to be quiet about it, but now it's time to flex my shit. But yeah, no, that whole video as a whole pissed me off because that's how we're viewing art these days. That's why everyone's mad about Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie not getting nominated. The first Native American woman was nominated for an Oscar, and no one's talking about it because the white woman wasn't nominated. That's insane to me. That they just, and it's like fairly obvious, like, oh, you don't view them as a person. It's like, it's gonna be so funny when the first woman president is a black conservative woman, because white women are gonna be like, we want one of us in office. Like, what do you mean by that? Come on, go on, say it. What do you want? It's like, God damn it. Like, stop with the identity stuff.
Well, it's like the other thing too. It's like you look at like the whole cultural phenomenon that Barbie had, and it's just like just because it didn't get nominated too.
It was fun. It was a fun movie. It made a lot of money. There was a commercial in the middle of it that everyone wants to ignore because of it. And you know what? Ken was, one of the more fun characters in the whole movie. Like, it was very fun. Like, Margot Robbie was fun, but there was a whole song dedicated to Ken. Of course he's going to win. He's going to earn a nomination. Granted, did he deserve it? I would have liked Dominic Sessa a little bit better, probably.
Hell yeah.
Or even Charles Melton. But no, that was it. It's just wild to me. It won Best Picture. What else do you want? What else do you want? All right, you're not going to watch other movies. Don't just look at things that are like, this made a lot of money, so this is obviously the best. We have such like a, I don't know, we praise more like moral victories rather like personal moral victories. I don't know. It's weird. All right, see you, Winston. I'm getting too woke for you.
Winston's like, I can't handle this shit.
Yeah.
He's going literally to the other
he
chair.
literally just went to another chair.
He's like, man, this John guy.
He's spent too much facts. But yeah, I don't know. Everything becomes a more of a, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I'm better than you because I like this more.
Well, it's also like you have the defense that people make of like, oh, if you
stop attacking him. See what happens whenever he leaves me? He doesn't understand that that home is better right here.
next to John.
Next to John.
But no, shit, what was I saying?
Nothing.
Fuck you. Nah, forget it. you threw me off my rhythm.
I'm sorry. I would get better at balancing then, freak. Yeah, well, I don't know where I was going either. But
what do you mean get better at balancing?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
I took you off your rhythm.
It's not rhythm, that's
that's just balance.
yeah.
That's not rhythm. That's balance. That's how you guys sound right now. Why are you giving him...
That's how you sound right now.
That's how you sound right now.
That's how you sound right now.
All right, so let's go to the next. Let's talk about another white woman, Sydney Sweeney.
Your weakness.
Dude, I don't know I don't even necessarily want to talk about her. I do also want to talk about Madam Web, the movie. But trust me, I got a point. But the memes on the internet have gotten bad. Terrible. I think all the funny people have left because they realize there's nothing good on the internet.
Someone makes one face into like reaction meme central.
Yeah, she looks pretty like looking at something for like a second, and like now it's like I'm gonna self-insert here, and now everyone just put a picture of me or whatever's like popular right now, and ooh wow, I'm at least gonna get like 20 likes. It's like, dude, grow up, please. Like, find an actual joke, be funny. Everyone has TikTok brain. They're like, I need to use this sound or I need to use this person and insert into this specific meme. and this is how content is made nowadays.
And then again,
It's like insert Sydney Sweeney, insert joke that's already been told 30 times. Boom, 40,000 likes. We've gone no. Culturally, the past 3 years, we've gone nowhere.
yeah. I feel like
We've taken active steps back.
I want to say I feel like we talked this before, but just like the general decline and just or like what you're talking about here, the just utter simplicity of humor, how it's just been on a downward trend. I feel like where was the start of that? Like what year?
When did I start podcasting? Dude, it's been I think I point to 2016 as the
That's
downward.
actually fair. Well, I was just thinking,
I
like,
feel like so much happened culturally speaking that it kind of just like broke, and also COVID. I think 2016, between that and COVID, we were getting into like a weird spot, and then COVID just immediately just pushed it over the edge.
I think one of the big killers was the nobody and then something meme format. Like that whole thing is just like, I don't know, Luke. I feel like you've talked on it before.
Yeah, like the thing you find in like YouTube comment sections 99% of the time, like nobody. John 2 is the best.
It's
Yeah.
literally just like anyone's a comedian if that's what's funny.
And it's not.
Well, yeah, no one wants to be funny individually. Most of what we find funny is like people like, I get that reference, so I have to laugh. Or like, that's another reason why people are like praising Barbie, because it's a very simple movie. Doesn't really, there's better movies about feminism that are being nominated by the Oscars. Anatomy of the Fall. Yeah, but people are like, if I don't understand it on the surface level, then bad. It needs to be accessible to be like, no, you kind of need to be smarter sometimes. It's fine.
Oh, what was that?
It's
like,
fine that like some things are smart and some things are fun, like Barbie. It's fine.
What was it like? When in 2019, when people getting butthurt about Joker, when it was nominated for Best Picture and it lost to Parasite, and they're like, Joker's a commentary on society and mental health. I'm like, well, Parasite's pretty much the same thing, but you just didn't take a second to look any deeper.
I didn't hear a single person say that.
Oh, I heard a bunch
You're
of people.
you're hanging around a bunch of losers.
I'm not
Say
hanging
that.
around. I just see it on the line. But no.
There you are. You see this?
No,
This is what I was referring to.
I didn't choose to be presented with this. It just happened. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm stuck.
Yeah,
with-
I didn't hear it because I was the one saying it. I'm like, dude, what are all these subtitles? What the fuck? Like, I want to see the Joker. I can only view culture through the lens of superhero movies. Sorry, folks. If it's not in a Batman movie, I don't understand it. All right. I didn't even get to say what I want about Sydney Sweeney. We just went into.
Well, do it
We
now.
we got on our soapbox. Yeah, no, the bad memes. Madam Web as a movie, I don't know what direction they're trying to get people to watch this movie, because they're taking two routes. One is that these women are hot. All right, Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, they're like, yeah, no, we're kind of hot. And like some of the marketing, there was one of like Dakota Johnson. I didn't watch the video because everyone was like, yo, this is some real gooning material. And I was like, all right, man, let's like cool it.
Settle down.
Yeah, let's like calm down. And like, granted, you know, you have some very attractive women and like you kind of used it in marketing, but still, it's like, let's chill out. And then you also got Dakota Johnson being like, yeah, no, the movie's not really good. She straight up said, she was like, we filmed it in front of a blue screen, so I don't know if it's good or not. And so I think that part is also insane. I've only seen like one positive actually talking about like Madam Web, and it was Sydney Sweeney being like, my character is always upside down, so I fought tooth and nail for her to be upside down. And I was like, I appreciate at least that level of detail. I know this movie's gonna be bad, but the fact I even saw that, I was like, all right, at least someone tried. I don't know why. It made me like Sydney Sweeney more as a person. I was like, you know what? She cares. She gets it. And I don't know about the rest of the cast. I haven't seen anything about them, but I don't know if anyone is proud of this movie. I don't think anyone's proud to be in a superhero movie anymore, which sucks. But it's also like we need to suffocate. We need to kill Marvel.
I was gonna say, imagine if they just like, what if you just like stop making movies for a couple years, and just see what happens, and like if you make another one afterwards, if it'd be any different.
They just need to be more like tactical. They've done too. They're trying to push out too much content whenever it should.
I mean, that's always been their format, is just 3 films a year.
Yeah, but it's not working anymore. They used to be able to be like, oh, we go like 2 for 3.
Well, that was like
you'll still watch the third one.
Pre-Infinity War or whatever.
I mean, those movies weren't even Thor: The Dark World.
We were convinced because we're like, oh, this is a whole storyline, and now like, oh, we're just doing too much.
It's just too much. We need to go back to individual stories. We need to. That's why I need to start getting into acting, and you gotta get really famous, so I can be because I like superhero movies. Whenever they're good, they're good. I love them.
Oh yeah, no, like if they're done right, they can be really fun.
That's why if I ever go into the superhero business, I'm only gonna do one: Spider-Man 2099. It's gonna be me. That's why I need to get jacked,
Miguel,
so I can be the real life Miguel O'Hara. I'll do those movies fucking right, and I know it. I'll start talking with the lisp and everything. Little fangs.
You can do Batman.
Yeah, no, that's actually one of the ideas I have. If Spider-Man 2099 would be cool if it was basically like Batman Beyond, but Spider-Man. No, not noir. There's Spider-Man noir for that. All right, Nick Cage, he has that in the bag. But yeah, I just don't. We're getting to a point of superhero movies where it's like, do you guys even want to do this? Like, it's fine. We could go.
It is really people like, oh yeah, this was a paycheck for me.
Like, we can just like stop doing these like superhero. They've oversaturated just like way too much, which sucks. Cause I like superhero. I like comics, and I like the Lego Star Wars games. That's Star Wars.
The Lego Star Wars movie. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet.
I mean,
they have
Star Wars Christmas special.
Well, no, like you know,
there's so many children's Lego Star Wars.
No, I'm thinking like how they did like the Lego Batman movie, where it's like part of like the Lego movie franchise or whatever. They're like,
Lego Batman was in the Lego movie.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, but there's no Star Wars in that Lego movie.
Actually, there is.
Yeah, but he's not a main character.
It still opens the realm of possibility.
Batman was a main character. That was
none was the Lego Ninjago movie, but
yeah, but Ninjago was popular on its own. Those white boys are holding it down, straight up. On some real shit. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to the animated TV shows with spinning things. Ninjago, Beyblade. Yeah, that's about it. Pokeballs on occasion. They spin. Pokemon spin.
I guess.
He's like, Pikachu, I choose you, when he spins it. He doesn't like toss it, he spins it.
He makes Pikachu vomit because he's spinning in the Pokeball.
No, they don't exist.
I'm sorry I have to do this, but the whole thing about the Pikachu is that it doesn't go in a Pokeball.
Yeah. Did I say... I didn't... He brought up Pikachu. Yeah, that was on you.
I'm sorry, I didn't grow up with Pokemon.
You didn't grow up on anything. You grew up with no values. All right. Good old-fashioned values that we used to rely. Luckily, there's a Family Guy. How many minutes do we have?
5-ish.
5-ish. We kind of beat... I have 2 things I want to talk about. Both of them are kind of going in the same direction. I guess I'll do Chris Rock directing another Round remake. I guess the American version. I don't think Chris Rock is qualified to make a movie that good. Or at least a remake of a movie that good. Because, like... I don't know. The first one was very good, like, existential film. And, like, you got Mads Mikkelsen. He's a phenomenal actor. Like, who's Chris Rock gonna get? Adam Sandler? Adam Sandler? Actually, no, I take that back. That's the only way the movie will be good. If Adam Sandler is Mads Mikkelsen's character in another Round. That would be sick. But, no, it's kind of insane that, we need better individual. We need stories told in a vacuum. We don't need any more remakes. I feel like us as a society have already said we don't want remakes. We don't want sequel. We don't want these long cinematic universes anymore. We're tired of it.
What was it, Luke? We were talking about earlier. We saw the trailer for fucking Despicable Me 4. Like
That was gonna be the other one that Despicable Me 4. I was too despicable for her. But yeah, no, it's just enough. Like, yeah, it's fun sometimes when there's a sequel to a movie, but it's also like, can we just like, what if I just want to watch the one movie? What if I just want to sit down for an hour and 30 minutes and just watch something? Like, just let me do that. Let my children do that, please.
There's a lost art in creating just like a standalone thing that like you don't have to worry like, oh, it's going to be continued. Like, oh, this is the final, like by the end of the movie, this is how it ends. Like there's nothing more to do.
Some things are meant to just live for a couple of minutes and then die. It's fine.
The Holdovers Part 2.
In space.
We need more movies that act like fruit flies. As in, like, born one day, like, stick around for a couple days and then die again.
They exist and die.
Yep.
I thought that was just all flies.
I mean, yeah, but fruit flies are, like, the shortest lived.
Okay,
Like,
fair.
notoriously.
I didn't know that. I don't care about... A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of fruit flies.
Shut the fuck up.
It's just facts, brother. I can't stop myself from thinking these things. I can't help myself from being right. But yeah, everything doesn't need to be a remake, and it doesn't need to be made by Chris Rock. Will Smith needs to slap Chris Rock again. He really does. I don't think we all talk about as a society that Will Smith was entirely justified in slapping Chris Rock in the face, and it was honestly best part of culture in like years.
That was 2 years ago now, wasn't it?
That was the best part. That's like one of the best times to be in culture like ever, because that wasn't supposed to happen.
Top
That
10
was insane.
unscripted moments.
He just went up and fucking slapped the shit out of him. They didn't decide to dump the camera. They're just like, yeah, no, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in the face. You guys just gotta watch it. It's insane that they didn't just start fighting. Chris Rock just kind of like stood there and took it.
I think it was just kind of like, all right, that happened. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, but like, okay, everyone's like, yeah, he was probably like caught up in the moment. I'm like, he's a stand-up comedian, like a funny one at that, who's like had a long career. He's spent his days in front of people. I feel like he would know what to do. And his only response was, it was a G.I. Jane joke,
He just
man.
goes, so that happened.
The Chad Will Smith slaps him. Chris Rock crying. It's just a joke. It's just a ball joke, man. It's like, shut up. We need to do that. We need more physical altercations at the. If Paul Giamatti doesn't win for Best Actor, he should go on stage and slap Cillian Murphy.
Just starts boxing him.
Paul Giamatti versus Cillian Murphy on stage. Everyone's just kind of like watching, like, yeah, dude, I don't know what's gonna happen next. This is gonna be sick.
I feel like Paul Giamatti could like unexpectedly just wreck him. I feel like Cillian Murphy, like, I don't know. Paul Giamatti's got some.
You're forgetting that Cillian Murphy's Irish.
That's true. I guess so.
Bastard. Yeah.
I know. I just look
He's
at
got
Paul
funny.
Giamatti and feel like I feel like you got a
Who
little.
else won Best Actor? Best Lead.
Or who was nominated, or who?
Yeah, who was nominated? You know what I'm talking about. I know it was Cillian and Paul Giamatti. Those are the only
was
two
someone
guys
for Killers of Flower Moon? Not DiCaprio.
DiCaprio wasn't.
Oh shit!
It was
That's
for
right.
the supporting.
Oh, De Niro. That's right.
It's over.
Oh,
God damn it. Like and subscribe.
we'll continue this
Still
later.
hear us.